be on my page like Slav Vaughn, I know they trolling me. Got it back in blood, y'all just don't know that's how it supposed to be. Got it back in blood, y'all just don't know that's how it supposed to be. Got it back in blood, y'all just don't know that's how it supposed to be.
Fired, a fight taken to the streets, and this chaotic scene, the ending of that started in Los Angeles, California. Sheriff's deputies pulling out a man who had in an SUV. Savannah rapper Quando Rondo, a passenger in that car, frantic at the sight.
I remember hearing myself say it. Out of town shooters. You don't pay a hoe to fuck you. You pay her to leave. What you pay out of town shooters to do? You pay them to get the hell back out of town. That's why I asked for out of town shooters.
So the people charged are Kevon London Grant, known as Cuz, aka Vonnie, DeAndre Dontrell Wilson, known as Dee Dee, Keith Jones. I feel like I've heard Dee Dee's name on a track. Okay, so Dee Dee, Keith Jones, aka Flocka, David Brian Lindsay, aka Brown Eyes, and Asa Houston, known as Boogie. We got to find out these are three of the people. So this is Dee Dee, this is Vonnie, or this is Vonnie, and this is Boogie. Okay, all right.
You know what's crazy is when speaking about the Chicago jail scene, most people look at people like Chief Keef, Durk, and J Herbo, as the ones that did it right, as the ones that just did their music, made it out the hood, and is living good. But as time goes on, we see people like G Herbo, Lil Reese, and Durk. They just happen to keep falling into the same trap. Man, what's cool, y'all? Y'all already know what it is. Neighborhood Hero, J Loco. And yeah, man, if y'all been paying attention to anything on the internet, y'all know, man, the boy Schmirk just got picked up by the feds. Now, this is crazy because, this is right after he was just given the keys to not one, but two cities.
So, Durk Banks, also known as Lil Durk. It brings me great honor and pleasure as the mayor of the Village of Broadview to present this key. And so on behalf of the Village of Broadview, we are honored to present this key to the city, to Durk Banks Neighborhood Heroes. This key is a token of our appreciation for your collaboration and partnership on today's date, October 18, 2024. Let this key keep you humble. Let this key make you stronger. And let this key enlighten all of our young people, our Broadview young scholars. We're here because of them. So we thank you and we honor you and we appreciate you being in the Village of Broadview. And here's your key.
And he just had his, 32nd birthday bash at the Chicago Center. He's about to drop a new album. So, one could say he was on top of the world, but, he was pushing peace, like really going hard with the whole Muslim thing. And it all came crashing down now, So now the neighborhood hero, he got his ear to the street. So, I heard that Schmirk might have knew this was coming. And this is why he had the big birthday bash at the center. This is why he was pushing peace and claiming the Muslim, going so hard with the Muslim thing, And it's funny because when I first seen the post of him, claiming the new name and all this and going hard with it, I just read the comments, and a lot of the comments was rough. They were saying like, oh, he a fake Muslim. He trying to push this Muslim stuff now, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, dad, man, people can never even grow. You feel me? But now with this coming out, it's like, yo, okay, I think I kind of see what they were saying now. Because now it's crazy because after something like this happens, it just makes you question everything, a person ever did. Not in a bad way, but, it just makes me think like, is this the reason why he was trying to go so hard with the Muslim stuff? Did he know the feds was coming? He knew he had blood on his hands. You feel me? Like, so now he was trying to, and it's like, damn, it make a lot of sense when you put it like that. But, in order, how we do, in order to get into the story, first we gotta, do a little backstory. Now, this all started with the passing of Quando Rondo one of his closest friends or cousin, Lil Pop. But in order to get into the story, you know, we got to go even before that. This really started when the whole situation with Von at that club that night. Matter of fact, we got to even go before that. This all really started with a young woman by the name of Asian Doll, who you all may know as Queen Von. You know, she was dating King Von, you know, when he started to blow up. And, you know, when King Von was coming out, he was known as a known hitter. So he happened to be riding around in a car one day, and he happened to say a couple things about Young Boy that I guess, you know, YB and his camp ain't take too fond about.
Fuck Young Boy talking about on this song, bro.
What?
He talking crazy on this man.
Oh, yeah?
He ain't even like that.
Oh!
On his ass now.
On his
All that
ass.
cap. You got cap in your raps. You got cap in your raps.
So, you know, with that happening, YB, I guess he ended up putting out a song or putting out, you know, letting it be known that, like, yo, your girlfriend over there, like, yo, you feel me? I guess Young Boy had his way with her or whatever a couple times. And, you know, I think she kind of confirmed it, saying, like, yeah, it only happened like twice, but chill, something like that.
Hey, yeah, ain't no exposing me. That nigga's twice. Hey, ain't no exposing me.
So, you know, Von, you know, in order to get back at YB, he ended up, you know, messing with YB baby mama, Janaya, who was actually with NBA basketball player DeJounte Murray right now. You feel me? So, boom, fast forward, Von gets unalived at a nightclub in Atlanta in 2020. And, you know, from that day on, the whole Slide for Von campaign started. You know, Durk comments every time he posts a picture, every time he do anything. Slide for Von. When you gonna slide for Von? When you gonna slide for Von? You still ain't slide for Von. You know, those comments became equivalent almost like to the YB Better. If y'all in tune, y'all know about the YB Better phase. That was like the YB Better phase, just in a negative way for Durk. You feel me? And, you know, sure enough, you know, Durk fell victim to peer pressure, I guess, or maybe, you know, he was just all the way with the shit, and, you know, he according to these documents, he slid for Von.
Right now, the search is on for 3 people who police say shot at a Savannah rapper, killing a member of his entourage. It happened in Los Angeles, and cameras captured the aftermath. Shots fired, a fight taken to the streets, and this chaotic scene, the ending of a shooting that started in Los Angeles, California. Sheriff's deputies pulling out a man who had been shot in an SUV. Savannah rapper Quando Rondo, a passenger in that car, frantic at the sight. It all started at this mobile gas station at 5:30 Friday evening. LAPD says witnesses heard multiple gunshots, then watched a couple cars zoom off. 3 people in one car shot at this black Cadillac Escalade. It's unclear if those inside shot back.
Can I get some space, please?
It ended at Santa Monica Boulevard. Deputies found it peppered with bullet holes and a shattered window. One man inside, a member of Rondo's entourage, had been shot. The 23-year-old was taken to the hospital where he died. A scene left with remnants of the fight, shoes left in the street, doors flung open. The suspects still on the run. We still don't know what spurred it all, but LAPD says it started at a gas pump.
Victim vehicle, they pulled up, they were pumping gas, and it looks like they probably finished pumping gas, and the suspects approached from the alley, got out of the car, and started shooting at those victims.
Investigators are still trying to piece together details, but they're looking for a white 4-door sedan with suspects wearing dark clothing.
Now, there was little whispers, you feel me, and rumors, but, you know, according to the streets at the time, you know, they all thought it was like a weed deal gone wrong or something to do with some Armenians, and, you know, that's who, you know, the streets at the time was thinking, or maybe not the streets, but the internet at the time was thinking is what happened to, you know, Quando Mans. But now, 2 years later, on October 24th, 2024, we see the feds dropped an indictment on 5 OTF affiliates in a murder for hire plot to whack Quando Rondo, in which his man's Lil Pop was killed. Now, in the original indictment, they didn't indict Durk in the original indictment. You know, they had, you know, code names. You know what the feds do is they leave out certain people's names, but if you read the indictment, you will see that who they were referring to as co-conspirator 1, who was basically the boss who put up the bag for the shooters to come in. Because if you ain't know, they had out of town shooters. Well, you feel me? Well, shooters that came in from Chicago, you feel me, to go to LA. They had a co-conspirator 2 who was like recruiting the shooters. Like this was like the way the feds break it down, it was like a well-planned hit, you know. Allegedly, they heard that Quando was in LA moving through Beverly Hills, and from there, man, the fix was in, man. We had a co-conspirator 3 who actually did all the booking, you know, and it's just crazy because, you know, we could tell that there was a snitch in the group, because even when they were explaining who the shooters were, they would say one person's name, another person's name, and then they would just say co-conspirator 2. Like if you read the indictment, you'll see like one of the dudes, Kevon Grant, who they call Vonnie, OTF Vonnie, he flew himself in from Miami. You feel me? On a private jet. They flew him in from Miami. I guess they really wanted him there. And he was supposed to be like the overseer of the whole operation. You know, he was like the sergeant, you know, the ground soldier, the ground capo of what was going on. And they say he secured the hotel rooms, and they said this Vonnie, he helped get cars, ski masks, and firearms to carry out the hit. And you feel me, including renting out a BMW and an Infiniti fitted with tents and fake license plates. And after the hit, they say they flew back out to town. Now, like I said, Durk's name wasn't in the actual indictment, but by the way it was, you know, if you use context clues, you could kind of tell he was co-conspirator 1. And, you know, I was reading up, learning about all of this, you know, looking into all of this, and I started to make this video. And before I could even finish it and put it out, I woke up in the morning only to learn that, because, you know, one of Durk's mans, he had put up a post, like, because ain't nobody know Durk was arrested yet, but he had put up a post saying like, oh, free Durk, F the feds, something like that, F the cops. Finding out this morning, Durk was picked up this morning, man, by the feds. And what's crazy is they say he was in Miami, Fort Lauderdale. And, you know, when he heard that the rest of, you know, the OTF 5, you know, when they heard that the OTF 5 got picked up, they say he was about to get low, you know, what true. They say he was about to get up out of here, man. And they say he booked flights for Dubois and I think Switzerland or something like that. But he never boarded those flights. You know, I guess he was trying to get the feds to run around. Instead, he booked a private jet, a PJ, to go to Italy. And they caught him en route, you know, trying to get on that PJ to go to Italy, man. They caught him and locked him up, man. They already knew what time it was, man. It's crazy, man. Could you imagine? Could you imagine a voice in Italy? And, you know, it's real sad because, you know, I know how much Durk say he hates snitches, you know. You know, he be going hard. He went at 6'9", he went at Gunna or whatever. And, you know, he's just saying like he really hates snitches because his dad, you know, his dad got snitched on or whatever, because his dad did a bunch of time in the feds. And it's crazy because his dad came out not too many years ago, and it's almost like they traded places, you know. Now Durk, and I can't tell you how many times that happens in the hood, man. The father come home from doing a bunch of time, then his son go in to go do a bunch of time, man. And, you know, what's crazy is because, you know, they saying that this dude, OTF Jam, which I think he was one of the shooters, you know, they say he tell him, man, he the one that brought the whole operation down. The whole reason the feds know all of this, and the whole reason, you know, this is happening right now. This is, well, you from the whole reason the whole OTF is coming down is because of this dude, OTF Jam, you know. They said, you know, he basically another YSL Woody, but it seemed like he probably gonna stand on his snitching, because, you know, he basically, you know, they say he been wearing the wire for like 4 years or something like that, you know, which is crazy to me. And, you know, he just, it's crazy, man. This whole thing is crazy, man. They saying Durk just brought his kids to Disney World because he knew that this could have happened. You feel me? I guess he knew his time with them was limited, but man, it's sad to see, man. It's sad to see. I watched Durk go from, you know, kind of being an underdog, you know, overlooked, you know, falling off, and then taking over the rap game, man. But y'all let me know what y'all think, man. It's so crazy because, you know, certain people are saying that this might be the end of drill, and it's crazy because, you know, one day you could just be the king of the rack, you know, and the next day you could be cell number 57843216500, man. It's crazy. Maybe this will be the end of devilish music, you know. I'll tell you one thing, man. That music is influential, and I see we seen it. We seen this drill culture and this music turn people who's probably gonna be decent members of society into demons. It's another loss for Durk, man. It's crazy because, you know, when Thugger, Schmirk, you know, when these guys get locked up, you know, all the little wild stuff they was doing seems so like come off as like, you know, crazy, like childish and goofy, you know, all the dancing, all the money, phones and everything, you know, they don't mean nothing when you're in the feds, you know. But I wish them the best, man. They just products of their environment, man. So I wish them the best, man. But, you know, if this is the end for Durk, if this is the end for Schmirk, come on, you gotta say, man, he had one hell of a run, man. He always gonna be known. He always gonna be a part of hip hop history, man. But man, it's the Prince of Diamonds, J Local Peso, reporting live from Stay Out the Streets TV. And I'm out of here, man. Y'all stay dangerous, but not too dangerous. You heard?
Some blast his ass. Jam, get at that jam, I give him 50 and gotta axe again. He was catching murders way back then, that's when the max was in.
Oh yeah,
Sly for Vaughn, right? Yeah.
They say you can't say that no more.
Why? Oh yeah, because of no. Like,
they
who died?
You can't say that no more.
Oh, because of FEG Cash? Or who?
Nah, because Lil Pop.
Oh.
And they gon' laugh right in your face when they ahead of you. And to be technical, that shit we do is federal.